Welcome everyone to a new Giovanni Game Dev episode. This is your host, Giovanni Rodriguez. Today we'll be learning how to make a platformer game in the Godot engine. So grab your computer and follow me on this new adventure. What will we be learning in this tutorial? How to create scenes, how to configure the game's viewport, how to use the color rect node for the sky. We'll be using and configuring two tile maps layer, one for the levels ground and another for the background. We'll learn how to use sprite sheets for both character animations and level design. We'll be configuring physics collision layers specifically for the ground and platforms, the player character, and the collectible hearts.
For today's tutorial, we have prepared some spectacular graphics. The free version includes platforms with background, a brick, an enemy, a trap, and a heart with particles. It also features one character with animations. With this version, you'll be able to complete this tutorial without any issues. But if you want to support this channel, we have prepared the premium version, which includes 11 characters with animations, 5 enemies with animations, 8 platform sets and backgrounds, 9 brick types, 27 different particles, and much more, all featuring a beautiful color palette. It also includes the Adobe Anime source files. All this for just $4.99. Your contribution will help us continue creating more content like this for YouTube. And now, back to Giovanni.
Okay, now back in Godot, just name the project. Let's do platform tutorial and then hit the create button. Now let's put our assets into our Godot project and create a new directory inside of the project called sprites and drag all the assets into that folder. Now let's set up the viewport to be 1280 by 720. And click close. Create the new scene and rename it level 1. And save it. Click save. And now let's add a child node for the sky. Let's select a color rect. Go to the layout, transform, and do for the size 1280 by 720, same as our viewport. Let's choose a color for the sky, like a blue sky. And now let's go add a child node for the level, a tile map layer. Let's add 2 of them, one for the clouds and the other for the ground. Let's rename them clouds, ground. Now with ground selected, let's go to the inspector, add a new tile set, and for the size, let's go to 80 by 80. Let's go to the physics layer, add a new element, and let's rename the layers. We will have solid for layer 1, for layer 2 we will have the player, and for the third one we will have the collectibles. Hit close. Now since this is the ground, it will be solid and then it will collide with the player only. Now let's drag and drop the free blocks PNG into our tile set and click yes. And with the shift key, select these 4 blocks. Go to physics layer 0, and let's add the shape for the collision with these 4 dots here. Connect the last one with the first one and rearrange the first one. Now go to tile map and let's paint the first level. Okay, let's do our ground. And then by pressing Z we can rotate and create the first wall, and then rotate twice to create the other wall. And let's create another platform at the center. Okay, let's select the corners. And let's do some other, oops, let me erase that one. Okay, and then let me create some bricks platforms. That should be it. Okay, for the clouds, let's add a new tile set. And let's go to the inspector and set the size, which is 500 by 720. And then we can go ahead and drag and drop the PNG into our tile set. And click yes. Let's select the tile and we can paint the background. These clouds are too vibrant, so we can apply some alpha color into it, transparency. That should be good about it. Okay, this is good. Let's now create the player. Let's add a node to the level 1, a character body 2D. Okay, let's rename it to be player, and then under player let's add a animated sprite 2D and also a collision shape for the player to collide with the solid ground. Let's go now to the player inspector, and for the collision let's set up this as a player, and it can collide with solid and collectibles. Okay, now let's add the animations. Let's create a new sprite frames and put the idle animation first. We will need a walk animation, also a jump animation, and lastly a fall animation. Now let's set up our idle animation to be the default animation and increase the FPS to 8 and select the frames for this animation. Click here and let's see, increase the horizontal columns to be 8, and now select these 4 frames. Click add 4 frames. And now let's move the player character body into the center of the stage so we can see the animation a little bit cleaner. Okay. Alright, now let's click play to see the animation. Alright, this is a good idle animation. Set up the fall animation. We don't need it to be looping. And let's select the frame for it. We will need just one, the last one, and click. And now jump animation. Let's increase the FPS a little bit. And let's select the frames, which are the last 6 frames. Select, and we don't need this animation to be looping either. Now let's select the walk animation. Let's increase it to 30 FPS because we have too many frames for this animation. We have 21 frames, so 30 FPS should be fine. Click add, and we can test this animation. For this one we need the loop, obviously. Alright, everything looks fine. Now let's go and define the collision shape for the character to collide with the collectibles and with the ground. I chose this rectangle here. Let's resize it so it covered mostly the player. This should be fine. Let's add a script to the player. Hit create. Godot already has a good template for platformers, so let's do a class name player, and let's add another constant for the gravity to make the gravity stronger by multiply it by 3. Let's add that multiplication into the line 11. And since the gravity is already stronger, we need a stronger jump velocity and also a stronger speed. Let's now hit play, select the current scene as a main scene, and now we can jump and walk, and everything works fine with a little bit of coding. This is so cool, right? So now we need to add the animations and also flip the player whenever we go to the left side. So let's create already a variable for the animated sprite 2D, so we can have the reference here. I call it anim, so it's a short variable name. So we will flip the animated sprite 2D whenever the direction is negative. So let's do that. Direction less than 0. Let's test it, and it seems that it's working fine. Let's add the jump animation after line 17, anim.play, jump, and then move and slide, and return to avoid the next code to be executed within this frame. And then within the direction if statement, let's add the walk animation. Only if it's on floor, of course, because we don't want to be walking on the air. Anim.play, walk, and then let's copy and paste it, put it into the else statement, and this is for the idle animation, whenever we are not moving. For the fall animation, we need to evaluate that we are not in the floor, but also we are not doing the jump animation. So if the current animation is not jump, then we can play the fall animation. That should work. Alright, let's test this out. We can walk, the walk animation, jump, let's fall here, fall animation, walking, jump, falling, jump. This is working just great. This is so cool, right? Okay, now for the heart collectible, let's create a new scene. It should be area 2D. And let's name it heart. Now let's save the scene. Oops, not here, in the tab. Right click, save scene, heart, save. Add a child node, sprite 2D for the heart sprite, and another one for the collision shape, so we can collide with the player. We can now set up the collision layer. This is a collectible, so it's layer 3. It can collide with the player only, so this is good. Okay, let me set up the sprite. Let me zoom in a little bit. Click sprite 2D, go to the inspector and add a new atlas. And then within the atlas, just drag and drop the PNG into the empty slot. And now edit region so we can have only the heart on the screen. This is fine. Should be good. Alright, now let's create the shape, a circular shape. And this is good. Let me change the color just for fun. And now create the heart script. This should be a short script, class name, heart. And now let me add the signal event for whenever the character body enter into the heart. So body enter, connect, erase this pass, and if body is player, then let me print collected, collected, and do a Q3 to remove the heart from the thing. This should be fine. And let me now go to the ground tile set and add a new scene collection where we can add our heart scene into it. And now we can paint our level using hearts. This is good because now we have a good grid for it. Select tile map, click on the hearts, and you can paint our level with hearts. This is so cool, right? Let me test it. And it's working. This is so cool. And it's printing collected. So this is all for today's video. Hope you like it and can do some fun games with it. So until the next time, bye.